to invade the Horde. The ship veers and begins to head towards the capital of Seal. As it does so, it radios in.
Alright, let's see what I got.
That's right, honorable members of the consulate. The invasion force is fully prepared. Give us the word. The Lord Militant Kavanaugh stands. Advance! Ross, what are you doing?
Wait, hold up. Am I in this invasion?
No, you're at the consulate. This is a radio communication to the people at the consulate.
How long after the meeting was this?
An amount of time.
I guess I would have to be there for this, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Probably just listening.
Cool.
I mean, I don't know what else I would do.
Cool. So if you're just sitting there listening, we're gonna pass away from you. Jackson, you're funny. Cool. We move across the city. It has been a few days or so. Don't worry, I'll backtrack, Jackson. It has been a few days or so. People have been settling down. Things are still a little hectic around here, and everyone's just kind of not sure of what's been happening. Annie, what have you been doing for the last couple of days?
I'm assuming Peter didn't stick around.
You were doing what?
I will probably be looking for a new place. Looking for somewhere that of like a little more permanent type of thing for my coworkers and I to stay in, because I don't want to be living in a tavern for months.
Okay, so you're looking for a permanent place to stay?
Yeah, and then also some like a new restaurant location. And waiting for something back from Ackerman, I guess. I don't know.
It was going so well, and then you mentioned it back.
Well, she sent him a message before she left.
Cool. Yeah, you are here. You've been trying to set up this meeting for a while to get in and like get a house purchased. You walk in. There is a businessman sitting across from you. You sit down. He looks over the papers. Ms. Bradley, I believe the name is.
Yes.
Well, Ms. Bradley, it says you're looking into buying a piece of my property.
Yes.
It says here that your previous property burned down. Is correct?
Yeah.
I see. And this was no accident, yes?
Yeah.
I see. Well, I'm afraid I cannot sell you this property.
May I ask why?
Well, a human with a past record of not keeping their places in check would be, of course, most foolish for me as a business individual to sell to you.
That's, I understand, but that's not, I mean, what happened was, I don't think it's gonna happen anymore.
Now, and why would I trust a human's assessment of the situation?
I mean, I would look at how long I was able to maintain the place and how successful I was with it, how happy my employees are.
The happiness of your employees means very little to me.
What about the fact that the Lord Marshal himself was working with me?
Yes, that is an interesting fact that the Lord Marshal is working with you. What can we do with this? You see, I tell you what, Miss Bradley. I have been having a problem on my properties with some inspections. If you could speak to the Lord Marshal and get these inspections, shall we say, streamlined, I would be more than happy to help you.
She looks at him dumbfounded, and then with a scrunched brow, she's like, I'm gonna look at my other options and then we'll see.
You have a lovely day, Miss Bradley.
You too. And then she'll leave, not having any of that.
So do you go to the next cellar?
Yeah.
Cool. While you're heading over there, we're going to cut away to Mr. Jackson. Mr. Huel.
I believe I am. Okay. There we go. Oh, so as far as what I'm doing the past, to skip a bit of roleplay, putting in the new demon ring location, giving that to Karen with the other data points, and seeing if she can, with her people traffic pattern analysis, and as factoring in with these rings, if there is an anomaly there, if so, are there any others like it, and try to, from a data side of things, extrapolate the area of any other rings. That's Karen's new task. And to assist her if she thinks she finds one, I'm gonna send snakes that can see the rings in those areas that she points out. And if so, mark and confirm, etc. I'm not actively using the birds and the wolf, so I'll turn them into flocks to keep an eye on any of those rings I've already found. Try and get either as birds or bugs or snakes. Trying to keep an eye for anyone that comes in and out. See if I can get ID or at least some form of recognition. That's one side project. Should only take 2 swarms if I divvy them up. Wanted to leaving the parrot and a monkey in my office for paperwork, phone calls, communication, because I think parrots can speak in human tones if they were given human sentience. Daniel Tucker has been, as punishment for his violation of standard codes, his weapons have been taken. He was using weapons he wasn't authorized to wield. The weapons have been taken, and his punishment is that his option for increased pay has been removed, and part of that is that he now has to go take training with either the militant or Karen to become trained on those weapons. And as a reward for honorable service, his pay is increased to what it would have been the max.
Okay, cool.
So mandatory training, reduced pay, all the standard dockets for disobeying procedure.
Right. And then, as a reward for excellent service, racist pay.
I mean, he was almost killed in the line of duty, and he endured it bravely. I didn't hear any whining or simpering. He did his job and did it well. I think that one's done. Which I think increases to 12 ducats out. 12 ducats an hour. Gee, I don't know. Sure, keep the guy. But he's better be weapons trained. The rings, that's one thing. Checking, I've already checked through Hassel's emails. I still have to, there was the interrogation of Priscilla that I need to check up on. And
That has been put on hold, actually.
oh, she was detained and then released?
She was not released, but there has been some, as the Lord Marshal put it, complications.
Okay. There's some big projects I need to get started, but I'll probably spend some of my free time working on that. I can tell you about them later. It's trying to get a crowdsourcing for recruitment and other work. And wanted to write a letter to Amelia checking about writing Amelia an apology for my intrusion in the scroll vault, or whatever the name for that place is, and ask if there's anything that I need to do to remedy that, or if it's fine, because if that's a legal issue, I don't want to be. I was out of place. Yada yada. Part of the apology and say, are we good, or is there anything that needs doing? Sorry for the inconvenience.
Okay. Yeah.
We don't have a mage for the bunker's construction, so I'll leave just I'll have it dug down, but I don't want to start heavy. We'll keep it just to design work on what the bunker is going to be, and excavate some of the foundation. Nothing crazy there. It's only 3 days. I should have time. That's done. No, and I wanted to ask Mike about the vampire thesis of Amelia's. If, first of all, trying to figure out between him and Amelia, that'll be apology on the one hand, and separately a letter, curious how a vampire survived a thing that she said clearly couldn't, and if there's anything I can do to help with follow-up on how Consul Ross survived reading the book when even the words were burning her. If there's been any effort made, if there's anything I can do or requisition for that, because clearly that's a matter of importance.
Right.
And then asking Mike pretty much the same question, but how does this happen? And because it has political value, seeing if he would know anything about how to tell, if there was a way to tell if what means would tell you if a vampire was the one who co-wrote the book and where the shadows came from.
What means could one use to tell if someone wrote a book? I couldn't tell you, my good sir. I am unaware of such abilities. As for where shadows might come from, what you're describing sounds to me like a shadow spawner. Oh, we got a moment, guys. Hold up.
It's fine. I don't think it's urgent. 1 second. Beechner was calling? I said I'll call you later. What? Oh. Cool. After this... cool. So... What? He was saying shadow spawn? What are shadow spawn?
They are vampires which have their... He begins to, scratch his head in the mirror. Rugton goes, it's no use. No matter how hard I try, I don't know why I remember these things, but I do. Only when someone asks me a question, though. Beforehand, I can't remember it. But a shadow spawn is a vampire who has magic pumped into it, usually from northern lands. And then this magic is prominent in northern lands. It's really just shadow magic, sort of. It's the same little things you guys use to summon your little shadow puppets. He's pumped full of a whole lot of it and fed blood of a vampire, not a thrall.
Wait, so shadow magic from the Northlands pumped into a vampire?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then pumped full of vampire blood. And this essentially creates a curse, and they're able to summon however many shadows they possibly can. But in exchange for this, the person is driven by a single-minded goal, blindly, and will eventually go insane and cocoon themselves inside of the shadow and eventually be pulled through to the Shadowlands.
They're pumped full of vampire blood. They create a curse. The person is driven effectively insane with a single goal. And then they are pulled by shadows back to the Shadowlands.
Quite so.
And this creates shadow spawn how?
Not in the same way you do.
But they're
You
in
pull
the
a soul.
Shadowlands.
You pull a soul out of a creature, and you create a shadow with it.
So is the person in the book, or is their power
No,
channeled
the
through the
person,
book?
the person is not pulled into the Shadowlands until several hours or days after they've been turned into this creature. Depending on the amount of magic that was used on them, they are eventually cocoonified by their own shadows and pulled into the Shadowfell.
Getting pulled. Cocooned by their own shadows, pulled into the shadows. So how do you put that curse on a book? It sounds like it would be on a person.
I'm sorry, what?
You said you pump them full of magic, it creates a curse. Would that curse be on the person?
Correct.
And not on some paper and ink?
This is correct. I don't remember mentioning a book.
The scroll,
What scroll?
And Mike, it was in the room with all the scrolls. There was the dark one, written by that Mixnut, whatever his. I wrote it down
What about
somewhere.
him?
But it's written in the ancient Draconic.
Yes.
The scroll made shadows of anyone that died next to it. Just
Correct.
the same way the other one burnt people up for celestial reasons. So how does a book get the curse that turns people into shadows? I get the power.
It would have to be a sentient book, of course.
so
Something
it's
possessing a soul.
So a person, a vampire pumped full of vampire blood, gets turned into a book, or are books sentient on their own?
I'm not sure how one would accomplish this curse on a piece of paper, but it would be an impressive feat nonetheless. But yes, those are both valid guesses.
And you can't. Oh, I'll have to ask. Well, if there's a magical way to find somebody. Ooh. Oh. Thanks, Mike.
Anytime.
Oof. And I think that's everything.
Cool.
Yes.
Deltor, what have you been doing the last couple of days? Shadows are gone. Yeah, as soon as the guy died, they all went away.
We pulled the guy out of the thing, right?
Yeah, y'all killed him.
We killed him.
Yeah.
Did we ever find out who he was?
He looks to be some kind of low-level individual in the political scene. Someone working for the marshalship.
We were working for the marshalship.
Yeah.
And do we ever find out whose house it burnt down?
It didn't burn down anyone's house. That house burned down a long time ago.
Okay.
I mean, if you wanted to look into it, I can tell you whose house it was.
Whose house was it?
It belongs to Consul Ross von Lisbeth.
Okay. So it was Ross's house, but burned down several weeks ago. Gotcha. Okay. I guess he's been doing normal routine stuff. Also checking in with Sabriel, making sure that the rescue mission, how it's going.
Yeah, you hail them up, and you get a hold of a Lieutenant Dabanid, not Dabanid, Yagardi. Yagardi, you are being hailed by Lieutenant Colonel Selthor. You answer the phone, and Selthor, what do you say?
Can I get a hold of a Yagardi? Okay. Do I know this beforehand?
No, you dial it.
Just dial it. Okay.
Yeah, it's Sabriel's radio.
So I guess whenever you pick up, I respond. I open with, "This is Lieutenant Colonel Selthor."
This is Lieutenant Ugardi. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Colonel?
I was calling to see if Sabriel had been successful with the rescue mission, but being that you are able to get on the radios, I'm guessing that's going well.
Yes.
What all is going on?
A whole lot of stuff. That one vampire was. Do you know who that vampire was? That small girl. Did you even meet her? That.
Yes, I did. You're talking about Liza, right?
Yes.
The one that claims to be the progenitor's daughter.
Yes. She's deadly. But either way, yeah, we got out of it just in the nick of time, right before one of my people we haven't seen in a while was killed. A few others rushed out of the cage room that we were in and helped her somehow. And now she is a pure vampire. A half vampire.
And who is this you speak of?
Ackerman. I believe she has some connection with Commander Ackerman.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's a pure vampire now.
Interesting.
You're telling me. Commander, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant, who are you speaking with?
Lieutenant Colonel Selthor. From.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed.
Thank you. And I hand the radio off as quick as I can.
This is Lord Hadlock Vetinari. Sorry, wait a second. Let me confirm that. Yes, this is Lord Hadlock Vetinari.
Havelock went to the games? I don't remember that.
What can I do for you?
I was just hailing to see how the mission was going, sir.
Well, it's going quite well. Sabriel came up with a brilliant solution of recruiting the prisoners as our team members in the games. Due to the Zillamai's own rules, they're now free.
Selthor gives an internal sigh of relief.
But something peculiar did happen to Libby Ackman.
I was semi-made aware of that by Lieutenant Igardi.
Her appearance has drastically changed.
As do most.
Yeah. She was a half vampire, was she not?
Yes. It's not
I'm
an
sure I
easy
don't have
change, I hear.
I'm sure I don't have to tell you it's quite impossible. Whatever happened last night, whenever it was no natural thing. I'll look into this.
Well, for the good of us all, it's probably turned out for the best that she's alive.
Yes, Ackman will be pleased.
Be quite a different story if she did not.
Yes, he seemed quite concerned for her safety.
Because nobody can see Selthor rolls his eyes.
Very well, Salvo. Is that all?
Yes, sir. That
Over and out.
Yes, sir. And I'm going to check in on the project.
Which project?
The only project I'm a part of.
The airplane one?
Yes.
Cool. You head out that way. Davenant, what are you doing?
Davenant is. Oh, yep, I'm here. Davenant is actually getting reports on those people, right? Perhaps.
Are you?
It's how many days has it been?
Wait, why would you be getting reports on them?
Because I had my what are they called? Informants take a look on them.
Oh yes, this is right. Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Did Ugardi write up a formal report and submit it to the militant?
Yes, he did. To the best of his ability.
Cool. Then, in that case, yes, Davenant, you could have looked into this and you would have gotten a report on it.
Interesting. A half vampire? What about, what is her name? That elven lady that I erased her memory, or whatnot. Hid her
Fire
own...
Genasi?
Say what?
Sylvana, she's a fire Genasi.
Oh, I thought she was an elf.
No.
Okay, have I got a report of...
Yeah, you might
where
say
she was found?
Ackerman likes his women hot.
Hot, yeah. Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah.
Garrett,
I,
by all means, be my guest.
Okay.
Garrett, do a jig.
Yeah, have I found out where she lives or where she is?
Who?
Sylvana?
Sylvana?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could have looked into that and figured out where she lives.
And perhaps where she was last seen?
Yeah, Sylvana works for you. You're aware of this fact. You work for you and the militant as, kind of an in between you and Ackerman and Selthor.
Okay.
She has
Oh,
not. Yeah, she has shown up for work and she's kind of been a little bit ditzy about things. She's like not kind of been really paying attention to a bunch of stuff. Actually, no, she hasn't showed up at work.
yeah, that's what I thought.
She was last seen leaving work the other day.
How many days ago has it been? Since my capture and then release.
What are you doing, Dabbing in?
I was gonna try and find out where Sylvana was, so that I can interrogate her.
Do you send someone to investigate her house?
Yes, I do. Also, Edward, the thrall, is he still in not Marshalship?
He is still in jail, yeah. Yes, he is still in jail.
And he probably won't get out anytime soon?
He will never get out.
Ah, okay. Well, that's a bummer. Yeah, I send Creemeth to check up her house and see where she might be. And
Cool,
then
roll me an investigation check.
Okay,
Go on, keep talking.
And then I am going to look up, try and figure out how I turned these thralls.
You mean you haven't been looking into that?
Yes, I have. I absolutely have.
You have no clue.
Wow. All right, that's a 21.
21? Cool. You get a report right now.
Master, this is Creemeth.
Very well, speak.
There seems to be a heavy Norschveld presence at your friend's house.
Is he talking about Sylvana's house?
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting.
No, he's talking about one of your other friends. Someone that he was not paid to go to their house.
You know, he might have been talking about Sarah, but then Sarah actually lives in the science division. Well, actually now she's a part of science, but yeah. How many individuals do you see?
So far, I have counted at least 20.
Many of them are well hidden, however, they're not as good as hiders as I am seekers.
Interesting. Do you see an individual, and I describe that 1, 2, 3.
Roll a luck check.
I gotta use real luck.
Wait, why does he have to roll a luck check?
17.
Let me check. The radio goes silent for a few minutes, and then after a minute there's...
Yes, Master, I do see such an individual out there.
Have you seen anyone of authority or of the consulate or marshalship going in or out? Anyone that looks like they have authority over them?
No, just...
No, sir, just the Norschvelds. That's all I have to report. I shall go now.
Very well.
Closes. Have you been working on your airplane project at all?
Yes, I have. I've been tinkering at it. It's not the same without without Sarah.
Roll a technology check.
All right. It's not. All right. That's a 21.
Cool. It's coming along fine. Not as well as it could. It's coming along spectacularly. You are making fine progress. You can go ahead and decide what you come up with and whatnot to do what you've done at this point. We pass away from Dabanid, and we find our way to the past. It is 5 days prior, just after the meeting. Ross, you are standing outside your room. You've just had that very strange talk with the Aziraphale and the consulate meeting. What do you do?
Wait, what do you mean? Is this after my flashback?
Yes, this is after your flashback.
When did I talk with Daniel?
After Aziraphale. You left the place and you went to the marshalship, and then you ran into Daniel. He kind of offered you his services.
So, I need a map of, I forget what the place is called, but higher Hemersala, that's what it's called.
I don't have a map.
No,
I'm
not
working on
actually, like,
Oh.
how far away is it from?
Hemersala? Oh, a map of Hemersala? Oh, it's a 4-hour flight.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what I need to figure out. So obviously in 5 days' time I have to be back and at the consulate, so I probably could not go right now.
4-hour flight thanks to modern technology.
Actually. Yeah, 5 days times would be, I would be able to like go there and come back, right?
Yeah, you'd be able to do that plenty easy.
I think, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go over there and scout out and like look around and try and plan something.
Okay, cool. Cool, so you're gonna head to Hemersala and start an investigation there. Alright. As you step onto a plane, or you're about to get onto a carriage that's gonna take you over there, you see a short figure step out of a carriage and walk past you into the city.
Short figure?
He's like shorter than you. This 5 foot tall, short individual wearing a cloak that looks kind of tattered. Steps out of a carriage and just starts walking.
Do they seem like a person of interest? I'm assuming since they stand out, that is a yes.
Maybe you just notice midgets. I don't know.
I'm sizist. Who's playing Wii
Yeah,
music?
maybe you have a thing with, midgets.
Why are you playing Wii music?
Do you do anything, or do you just get on your carriage and leave?
Look, investigate? Person? Who is this? I want to know.
It's a person in a cloak. Do you go talk to them?
How long until my flight?
They have a question mark over them for a quest?
How long until my flight?
Your flight leaves when you tell it to.
Follow for a little bit, question mark. It stood out to me, so I will investigate.
Cool. You follow for a minute. You go around a couple of corners.
What is he doing?
They just kind of like wander around through the maze of the city for a little bit, and you kind of think they might be lost.
Do I want to talk to this person? What are you doing, Vader?
Hey there, beautiful. You see two people step out from the thing in front of you, looking at you, Ross. It's a nice coat you got there. Got any money on it?
No, I highly suggest that whatever you're planning, you leave right now.
Oh, see, I don't believe that you don't have any money in there.
I want to look him in the eyes.
He holds out his hand. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. As he makes a wisdom saving throw.
First roll of the night. It's a 16 plus
Paralyze
wisdom.
each other as vampires. Do you just kind of like sit there making awkward eye contact for 60 seconds?
17.
17.
But I'm not paralyzing him.
Yeah. What is this?
It's a DC 14.
DC 14. He succeeds. And so do you, as he tries to cast Hold Person on you. The other person... Oh, sorry, I have to change the music now. The small person is not on the screen anymore.
Before anyone says anything, we'll say, I want to make intimidation checks on both of them. Say, I am not someone you want to mess with.
Cool. Roll intimidation, please, and they're gonna make charisma saves.
13.
Cool. One of them looks a little... The guy who failed his save on you looks a little scared. The other one bars his vampiric teeth and says, I could say the same to you, love. See, I don't see a piece on you. He pulls out a last pistol. I got two of them.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we're combat now. I unsheath my sword.
Okay. Do you attack him?
Does he attack me? Yeah, I attack him.
Cool. Roll to hit. Roll initiative. What was that perception check you made?
Me?
No, not you. Roll initiative, please.
That's 6, 12, 13 initiative to hit is 13 initiative, and then to hit is why don't I have sword? It's 21 to hit.
21 to hit. You slam down into him and cut him. Roll damage.
That's 2, 3, 5 damage. Wait, is it magic weapon?
Yes, it is a magic weapon.
6 damage.
Cool.
It's just 1d8, right?
Yeah. You tear into him, and he kind of like steps back a little bit, snarls his teeth at you, and the other guy is going to spread his hands, and lightning crackles and leaps forward at you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Do I get any bonuses to that? No, I don't. That's like a 8.
Cool.
I don't have advantage on
Hold
dex,
up,
do
I
I?
just realized I just gotta look something up. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. Take 30 lightning damage.
30?
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, I'm down! What?
He spreads his hand and lightning leaps out at you and strikes you as you begin to drop to the ground. You're still conscious, but you're just too electrified to do anything about it. And that's whenever you see that short cloaked figure walk up behind you. Jory, what do you say? What?
Why are you guys bothering this lady? She's doing nothing to you.
They turn around like, someone saw us! And he begins summoning more lightning.
I don't think that's a good idea.
What do? You gonna let him shoot you with lightning? If he tries to hit you, you'll make a dex save to take half damage. You can talk out loud. Can you do what? You can attack before he attacks you, yeah. Mm-hmm. If you transformed and then hit him, that would hurt him most. But this turn, what you would hurt him most is if you just walked up to him and hit him. Bonus action, use your bonus action spell, and then you cast your cantrip. Primal Savagery, and then hit him. Yeah, Hunter's Mark him, Savagery him, and then use your thorns and do a lot of damage.
She's a ranger.
Yeah.
That's what you think.
He failed his save. And then you roll a hit. You make a melee spell attack, which is your Wisdom modifier plus proficiency.
Wisdom modifier. That's 10.
D20.
D20. That's a 16.
A hit.
22. Then
No.
you have to roll a bunch of damage. So 1d10. 2d4. So 1d10 plus 2d4?
Plus 2d6.
Bonus action is each time. She doesn't. But she doesn't get Hunter's Mark. But actually, she takes a bonus action.
Your mics are not on, by the way.
Oh, she did Hunter's Mark. She Hunter's Marked him.
Oh, so she doesn't
Then
get the
she-
plus 4, the 2d4 from the tree
No,
thing.
continue to transform.
Okay, no tree thing, but yes, D. So
D10,
1d10
D4,
plus. Where's the
2d6.
d4 coming from?
Her melee strike. Melee strike naturally does D4. Her unarmed strike is
Oh.
D4. And she has claws.
Hey there, sexy beast. You might want to move the other dice. You don't get.
Oh, all at once?
Yep.
Oh, what's that face? Plus your wisdom. Because
So 1, a 1, a 9, and what is that one?
That'd be 3 1s and a 6.
There's one to make it.
Nice. Cool. Plus 4, so 13. You do 13. As you run forward, you see, Siren, that this person begins to glow. As this small cloaked figure runs forward, their claws begin
I
to
have you muted.
glow green, and you slash across his torso, and he gets hurt pretty badly and steps back. Ah! You witch! And then the other guy is going to not go, because... Yeah, no, Siren, I need death saving throw from you.
Discord, where are you? 17.
17? Cool, that's one success. This dude runs forward at you, Jory. He's going to swing to hit. What's your armor class? 15?
Yep.
Okay, that's a miss. He misses you, he's going to attack you again. It's another miss. Cool. That's his turn. That's going to be the mage's turn. He raises his hands and instead of firing lightning, now he's going to shoot a firebolt at you.
Does he have to make a con save for the attack?
Huh?
For a con save for him to be attacked? He's not holding Constitution on anything?
No.
Okay.
No. He's going to fire a firebolt on you. It's another miss. That makes it your turn again.
Can I do the same thing?
You should probably tree form this time.
Okay.
You have a bonus action to do other things this turn.
then do that, and then.
Or you could heal the person who fell down with a bonus action.
Oh, I do have healing word.
You want to heal him?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Heal Siren then.
1d12 plus 2.
That's 3 plus 4, 7.
Siren, heal for 7 hit points.
Frick, I'm good.
As she looks over you and says the healing word.
Well,
What?
doesn't know.
Say a healing word. Any word you want. Make something up if you want.
Abracadabra.
No, Avera.
That's one word.
One word. Make it one word.
You don't use this stuff in this house.
Lothrin.
She looks at you and says, Lothrin, and you are healed. Siren, did you stand up? What do you do?
How far away are these guys?
They're like right next to you.
So can't use. Are there any of them wearing metal?
Yeah, Mage Dude's wearing metal.
I'm going to shock and grasp Mage Dude. I get advantage on it.
Go for it.
18 plus 6. 18 plus 6, that hits, right?
That's a hit.
6 damage.
That's it?
Wait, do I add? No. Yeah. 6.
Cool, you shock and grasp him and he kind of steps back. I didn't say they didn't say it would be this hard. We should run. The other one goes, no, we're not running. That was your turn, so that's going to be the melee dude. He's going to pop his claws out and go after you, Jory, again. Roll the hit. Switching dice rollers. 16, 17, 18, 19. That's it. Take 1 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
As he jumps you with his claws and tries to slash you. He slashes you a little bit, just minorly hurts you, just barely. And as he does so, your cloak comes off. Describe what your character looks like.
Also with your mic.
I am, first off, very, very light-skinned. Almost vampiric, but not quite. My ears are long and pointy, a few earrings in my left ear. I have violet blue eyes.
Are they mortal or can I tell if they're immortal or vampire?
The person you're looking at, Jory?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
I keep clicking that.
And Ross, don't forget you heal at the start of your turn. If you're a full vampire?
Yeah. Wait, perception check. So, advantage. Okay, this was better. That is 22.
Not a vampire.
Okay.
I was saying the biggest enemy in Ross's life is her bigotry. She keeps being held by mortals.
Hey! My bigotry has a very good reason. Don't at me, Jackson.
That's why.
Also, do I heal 10 points per turn, or my constitution, or what? I don't understand vampire
It's 10.
healing.
It's 10. You heal for 10. Cool. That's his turn. That's going to be the mage's turn. He doesn't have another 3rd level spell slot. He's going
Okay. 3rd level spell.
He's going to turn to look at you, Ross. And he, after being shocked by you, just grabbing onto him, he looks down at you and says, I didn't think we were going to go easy on you. He pulls out a little staff, and it begins to glow. He swings at you, and misses. Cool. On a nat 1. He drops his staff. Jory, that is your turn.
Do the thing.
Nope.
I believe in you, Jory.
As you are standing here, Ross, watching this scene unfold, the elf stares down these men. Vines begin to grow out of the concrete and wrap around her legs. Her fingers grow longer and tree-like. Her skin turns into bark. Antlers made of branches grow off of her head. Her eyes begin to glow a deep ember green. Yes, that's a word. Look it up. And then her veins begin to bulge, and then they themselves turn into vines, as she now towers before them as this massive 10-foot tall tree elf creature. They look up at you, terrified. You gonna hit this dude? That's a hit, yeah. You 19 damage as you swing down on this dude and splatter him into the ground. You look up at the other one, and he just turns and starts to run. You get an opportunity attack on him. As you do, Siren, roll to hit.
That's a dirty 20. Can I choose to non-lethal?
Cool, yeah, both hit. Siren, what'd you roll?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, cool, yeah, you hit. How much damage did you do, Joy? That plus your dex. So 11. Siren, you don't even get to hit him as Joy smashes the other dude into the side of the wall, the alley wall, and just crushes him. And you begin to realize that while this person may not be a vampire, she is certainly not mortal.
Well, obviously, I know that.
Cool. So what do you do as you are now standing face to face with this figure? You go up and introduce yourself to the person that was nearly killed. You squish back down. Give me a second, Siren. Yeah, as you look up, Siren, this figure shrinks back down to a normal elf, flips her cloak back up, and walks up to you. What do you say to her as you walk up to her?
What are you? I can tell that that is not 100% the truth. I mean, are you some sort of I don't know what this spirit or something.
Just a second, since you have to leave, I gotta say bye.
Found out that a part of my laptop makes like my pencil like magnetically stick to it. I have no clue why. It's kind of worrisome.
What do you mean worrisome?
It's not. It is on this side. Aha! 'Cause it is a magnet to keep it closed. Why would it be down there, but it's up here on this?
Whoever's leaving, tell them bye.
Spencer's. Because he's a loser.
Bye, Katie. Siren, I think called you a loser.
Spencer says you're a loser too.
Good.
Cool. Yeah, as you look up and she says, yeah, I'm just an elf. What do you guys do?
Well, why are you here? Who? Yes. Well. Can we stop with the Wii music? That's very distracting.
This is her theme song now.
Oh my gosh. Well, for some reason you caught my attention. So I believe...
I'll go through their there's just like this awkward tension going on between you guys right now, I imagine.
Kinda, yeah. I cannot understand a word you're saying, Mishka.
She turns around and walks away. Did you introduce
Can you
yourself?
not understand the accent, or can you not understand because of like lag?
Her mic is horrible. It sounds like a car radio.
I feel attacked.
Well, it's the truth. Maybe get a better mic, Mishka.
She's working on it. Give her a sec.
Yes, that's way better. Danke? It's Danke.
It's Deutsch.
Deutsch. Oh,
It's
so what did you say?
donkey.
Donkey.
What did
Danke.
you say?
It's donkey shine and bitter shine, if you want to say
No,
it in
it's
American.
It's donkey and
It's
brisket.
danky. Danky.
No, it's donkey. Donkey is an American word. You can't
Donkey
say
and
wrong.
brisket.
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 Anyways, what did you say to her before you...
Take note of this person. Take note of this person in my mind and go to the plate.
You're not gonna look at the two dead bodies or report them at all?
Oh yeah, that's right. That was a thing. Are any of them any semblance of right? Like
Right?
resurrectable?
The one that got slammed into the wall.
Turn on dead. Not turn on dead.
What?
Spare the dying.
Oh. It's been less than a minute. Yeah, you walk up to it and...
Immediately knife to his chest. Who sent you?
What?
Who sent you?
Who sent me?
Were you merely just a robber, or...
Yeah, no, we saw a pretty face, and we thought we could get some money and maybe steal extra out of it, and then we got put in our place.
Well, your other friend is completely dead.
I can see that. Please don't do the same to me.
You're lucky I don't like killing defenseless people.
Oh, thank goodness.
Too bad you were of absolutely no use to me. I let him go.
Oh. Dang, I thought that was like, too bad you're lucky I don't like killing innocent people. Too bad you were of no use to me. Schlinked, I thought you were gonna do that.
No,
Dang.
she's not that kind of character.
Aw. Did you report him to the police, or?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then you head back to your ship.
Wait, did the other guy have stuff on it? Wait, the staff.
You take his staff from him?
Yeah, the staff.
Okay, cool. You took his staff from him.
And then yeah, I go up to my ship.
Cool. Then you go to your carriage, you get on, and you fly away. Then we're going to cut back over to, Annie.
Hello.
You are at your next place looking for something to buy.
Okay. What kind of place is this?
It's another, the location?
Yeah. Like, is it a house? Is it a floor? What is it? What's the building?
It is a, the building is a large, 4-story, black-clad, iron wall, as they're called. They're standard Leviathan construct for anything made in the last 50 years. There's black glass, iron beams holding everything up. You know, it's just solid black, sleek black exterior. The inside is nicely decorated. It's got multiple kitchens. You know, you could obviously refinish it. It'd be an easy job to refinish. It would require a little bit of upkeep. But yeah. Standing out front is another vampiric businessman looking over some paperwork.
Okay.
Looks up at you. Miss Angel Bradley, I believe the name is. Yes.
That is correct.
What can I do for you today?
I'm looking to buy a new property for another restaurant. And also somewhere for my employees and I to stay.
Well, I believe my homestead here will do the trick for you. However, you see there's some problems with your paperwork.
Did I not turn something in?
No, you turned everything in, but you see I have more savory customers looking into this property, so I'm afraid I won't be able to sell it to you.
What are they offering that I'm not?
Well, for starters, they're vampires.
And?
No, that's really it. Be gone, human.
I want to use, you're cute.
Man turns around and starts to walk. Oh, you look cute when you're mad? Oh, okay. Go on.
I don't remember what that entails. Hold on.
I don't. I want to use an ability. I don't remember what it does.
I remember it
Angry.
makes people like her. And she's mad. Okay. Roll 2d8 for the number of people that she can. There's only one. So, basically, she's mad. She, like, her face gets red. And then she's like, your business isn't about race. Business is about money. And I've got a lot of it. I can offer you more money than I'm sure they could pay.
He looks
I am
down
a
at you.
businesswoman for a reason. I have been successful.
Yeah, so successful that your house burned down.
You say that like it was some kind of accident, like it was a fault as to, my mortality, but that wasn't my choice. That was an attack from an exterior source, not me. I took care of that building and my business as I should have.
Roll persuasion check.
She has advantage. Good thing.
What did you roll?
Well, the first one was a 5. That's a lot better. That is a dirty 20.
Hey, Siren, could you cue some music up?
What kind of music?
I don't know, background music. Nothing too rambunctious, but certainly not as calm as whatever that was. And doesn't need to feel super fantasy. The dirty 20.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at my table.
And all it really does is it makes them either attracted to her or like pitying.
He kind of looks you up and down, bites his lip a little bit, and says, I'm not even gonna go there, Jory. The man says, "You are rather cute. I suppose we could come to an understanding."
What's your price?
One night. Plus the price of the building, of course. If not, I mean, you can always do your business elsewhere.
No. You know what? I don't think you're worth it. Just turn around and walk away.
Just remember, Miss Bradley, that it's my people who rule this world. And rightfully so. You'd best start sucking up. And he turns and walks way back inside. As Daniel would say, that's your job.
I was gonna say that's what your kind does.
You go and you go find the next dealer. It's another house. Again, this one's it's a condemned skyscraper. They're gonna bring it down, but the bottom floors, after they knock it down, they're gonna rebuild here. And lots for sale.
Perfect.
A young human woman comes out and says, "Price is $5 million."
How much do I have?
You have 100,000 saved up.
Up front?
You have what?
She said up front?
Well, you can pay for it in stipends if you can put $2 million up front.
Is there a deadline? You want that right now?
Yes, my boss would like that right now, if you could. If not, we have other customers to look into.
No, sorry for wasting your time. I don't have that money.
Yes, ma'am. You have a lovely day. And Miss Bradley, the human looks at you. I just wanted to say you're a wonderful aid to this community. I'm sorry for the way they treat you. She turns around and walks away.
Ma'am.
She does not turn around.
Okay. I guess she will go. What time of day is it at this point?
Time of day is it?
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing this for, it's about noon now.
I think I'm gonna go back to where we're staying for lunch.
Okay, cool. You head back and you find, oh, welcome back, boss. How'd it go? How's hunting?
She sits down and puts her face into her hands. And her hair, like, just kind of falls down around her face, and she takes a deep breath.
Well, I'm sorry, doll. I didn't know you'd had that bad of a day.
You know, one vampire wants sex, the other one wants bribery, blackmail, whatever you call it, and then a human that wants 5 million for an empty lot.
Oh, wow, that's quite the... There is this, as you're standing here talking to him, there's this scene. We pass into, we go through the wall, and we find that sleazy vampire that you were speaking to. He walks into his house, closes his checkbook, and it bursts into flames in his hands, scorching both of his hands. And we return to you.
I wanted to use that against him, but... she looks up and she's like, she sprays out. She's like, it's fine. I'm gonna eat lunch and then I'm gonna go looking again. You know, last time Peter helped with this, that would be nice, but I've got no idea where he's at. We might have to settle for something much smaller than we had before.
Fabius kind of strokes his massive, muscular, chiseled chin a couple of times, and then goes, you know, after my little boy passed away, I came to work for you. And you've been an inspiration ever since. I don't think you're about to let something like this be you. Who are you?
I'm Angel Bradley.
And that's right. What did you do, Angel Bradley?
I cook. I house people. I help them.
You deposed the mayor of our city, girl. You can do anything you set your mind to. I am deadly serious.
And, you know, I have the money to find us something else. I'm just saying, if people are looking at 5 million ducats for an empty lot, we might end up having to get something a lot smaller. It'll still work. It just won't.
Roll me an intelligence check, please. Or insight, either one, whichever one you want.
What is my insight? 13? Insight.
Yeah, 1 second. The lot doesn't cost 4 million. Or 5 million. And that's your one of your other people says that to you.
Any
charging-
just
They're charging you 5 million because you're a human. Alright.
I understand that. You know, I understand that the issue is I'm not a vampire. This is what I was in Seoul for. Her face kind of bops the table or the arm of the chair.
Fabius wraps the table a little bit and bends it as he does so with his fist and stands up and goes, "This is unacceptable!" Sorry, my Fabius voice is broken a little bit, guys. Give me just a second. Then here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go and we're gonna get you a new house. All of us, we're gonna pitch in and we're gonna buy it. We're gonna strong arm them. You're gonna call up your friend, Mr. Jeffrey from Mastership, and whoever else you made friends with and Seal, and we'll force them to give you stuff because gosh dang it, you deserve it, Annie. You fought for people's rights in their lives, and it's not fair for them to treat you this way. He slams into the table with his massive fist and like crumples the table in two. Just
Jeffrey
in.
Jeffrey probably doesn't have time. However, I know somebody that might be able to help.
Oh?
You know the war hero, Commander Ackerman?
Do I? That's where my... He begins to kind of tear up a little bit.
Yeah.
I know. That's where Emily died.
What do you mean?
My wife. Remember, I was taking care of our little boy, and Emily was off fighting in the war, and then, well, she died at that battle.
Right. Well, Commander Ackerman and I were beginning to become friends while I was in Seoul.
What? They all all of your employees, like, turn to look at you with a stunned look on their face.
Well, actually, it might have been turning into something more than that. However,
Fabius's jaw, if as much as a normal human character can, Fabius's jaw drops on the floor.
Just to say it literally falls off and drops.
But, you know, I had to leave Seoul before anything could kind of come of it.
Did you at least leave him a letter? You didn't just walk out on him, did you? Because that'd ruin our chances of getting a house.
No, I did write a letter, but I was thinking he might have the tools to get, he could probably negotiate on my behalf for a
The
house.
older lady walks in, slams a radio on the table and says, "Quit waiting, just call him."
I love it. Sorry, first time I hear her voice, it's just amazing. I think her name's Emily, by the way. So she picks up the radio and I guess dials his number.
And you see the grandma as she kind of walks away. She looks back at you and like starts like hip out one way, hip out the other way, and looks at you with a smile and a knowing look and walks away.
That's
This is Commander.
She's not okay with that.
This is the Ackerman residence.
Hello, this is Angel Bradley. Is Commander Ackerman
Commander,
available?
Commander! You hear the phone clatter on the ground.
Oh,
Miss Bradley!
hello?
Is that you? Annie?
What? Yes?
What on earth happened? I'd gone to your address and it was exploded and burned. You can't just walk. Who on earth do you think you are? You can't just walk out on me like that.
I left a letter.
I read your letter, and I refuse it.
I apologize. It was very last minute and I had no choice but to go. You have to understand that the reason my building was burned down was a terrorist attack.
Roll a perception check.
Or I should say, an attack against me instead of terrorist attack. Well, that's
Right.
still terrorist, isn't it? A perception? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is a solid 12.
Terrorists, you say? An attack against you. An attack by who?
Does she know?
Was she in the room when you said? Yeah, you know.
She bites her lip and then she takes a breath and she says, I'm afraid to specify names for the sake of myself and my employees. However, I will say that there was a group of people in Seoul who did not like the Angel Project. Very close to the government. And they took my employees and held them until I went to my residence to get them back.
Selthor, as you walk into the airplane area, you see Commander Ackerman over in a corner on a phone, holding a glass of wine, the metal glass, and he crushes it in his hand. I see. Has what? No. Not that you're aware of, anyways.
Please do remember to unmute when you speak for recording.
Thank you.
And then, yeah, he crushes that, and he goes, Annie, look, let's not dwell on that right now. Your home is gone. What are you going to do?
That's actually what I was calling about.
Well, of course, you're always welcome to stay at my place.
I can't go back to Seoul.
You cannot go back to Seal? Why?
That was as long as I don't return to Seoul, my employees and I are safe. That's also part of why I said to you in the letter that you're more than welcome to come visit me.
I see.
But I was hoping that you would be able to help me find somewhere.
It would be my deepest pleasure.
And
I will
just a
have one of my agents on it right now. He will contact you immediately. Miss Bradley, be safe. I shall see you soon. Where are you staying?
I'll give him the name of the tavern.
Thank you, thank you. Alright, I'm a busy man.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I'm eager to see you again.
Indeed. Goodbye.
Bye.
Selthor on me. What do you know about this attack on Angel Bradley? Me, Mike.
Still cannot hear you. I'm like,
Who are you talking to?
someone, whoever's speaking,
Or
Garrett
that's
or
not-
Spencer.
Oh.
Could be Garrett.
We're went to put down a terrorist group that had threatened Annie.
Do you know the people responsible for it?
We have suspicions, but Jeffrey has asked me to keep quiet.
Has any action been taken to do away with them?
It is in the works.
Or the terrorists caught?
Yes,
Are they dead?
personally.
Thank you. Selthor. He steps forward to the glass platform. You look out and you see clouds and the barren landscape. This is not an attack on Angel Bradley. This is an attack on me. Regardless of their intent, he turns to look at you. They have insulted me, slapped me in the face, and they will pay. You do not need to tell me now. But listen here. They will suffer.
What did he say before that?
He said, you do not need to tell me who they are. But they will suffer. He turns and looks out. I do not like situations in which I'm not in control. I'll speak with Jeffrey. You? What do I need you to do? I'll let you know what needs to be done. Ackerman storms out of the room. You've known Ackerman long enough. I'm not going to make you roll for it. This is the most angry you've ever seen him since you've known him. And he just walks out of the room. You know Ackerman has layers of anger. Chill. Indignant. Rage. And chill. He is chill.
The second.
And this is going to be a interesting day. You turn and you see some scientists working on the project. You wanted to come check on it? Dabbing in. Not dabbing in, Garrett. Selthor.
I think I'm going to just walk up and tell them to tell whoever's in charge of the scientist side, I'm guessing Daberman, to message me reports, then I'm going to head home and call in.
Cool. You go home. Yeah, you head home, and while you're heading home, hold on. You see a short individual walking on the street in a cloak.
Can I roll perception?
Go for it.
Well,
What are you looking for?
I see a hooded figure. Is there anything, indications of anything else on them?
You might think, no, you don't see any weapons on them.
I can't see their face though, can I?
On a 12 perception. Nah, no, you can't.
How are they walking? How fast? Walking purposefully. So straight line, fast.
You're muted, Joy.
Sorry,
Whatever.
sorry.
Good enough.
And where are we still in the marshalship?
You weren't in the marshalship. You
or
were
the militant?
Yeah, you weren't in the militant either. You were in a special program, a special base. You left. You're walking home, and you see her on the street.
So this is just on the street.
Yeah. This short, tiny person catches your eye.
Because you're short. It's every time I see a 4-foot person, I'm like, they're short. A graceful.
That's just 5 foot.
We're just in like a common area.
Yeah.
He's going to stop and say, "Do you need help with anything?"
Well, what's your advice, Dad? Yeah, ask your question.
Survival. Wisdom.
Wisdom.
It'd be elite skills. Huel's house is not. Do you live in the marshalship? You have no clue. Oh. You know he's at the marshalship.
He sends the animal messenger.
You're following a squirrel. You know, you should probably ask for directions. Yeah, as far as you're aware, your squirrel got destroyed, as soon as it stepped on Marshallship ground. And now a person has said, "Hey, do you need any help?"
Someone who knows not where they're going, you stink pretty. You put on the face too. Well, who is it you were looking for?
We didn't hear the
Says
mic.
true name.
We didn't see the two mic.
He holds out a hand and says, I am Lieutenant Colonel Salford. What's your name? And your name? Oh, insight on this?
Sure. Surprised they didn't get a reaction out of Siren.
What do you mean?
Repeat your name.
I mean, I
please.
knew she was a yeah, I know she's a Gimspock. I was there for that conversation, remember?
Oh, okay.
Floryian.
I rolled a 17. I think it's a plus 1 or 2.
Okay, yeah. What are you looking for?
With that on it.
As far as you're aware.
Okay.
You look at this person, it doesn't look like this person's trying to lie.
Oh, you told me the right name? That's so sus of you.
You said you were actually doing what you were doing?
Kill them before they can enter.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you. And who might you be looking for?
Yeah, you didn't know you should. Yeah, just do a link in spot.
Understandable. Well. Well, I was going to. Yes, well, if it's important enough, I'll be hearing about it later anyway. I give her directions. And then I make a mental note to contact Fuel.
When you get
later.
home?
Later. You might. Yeah. I walk home. I'm guessing I would notice that.
Yeah, you know this.
Now a DC 10 harder to see her.
Yeah, but I also noticed that you're like, it's probably raining and there's no footprints or anything left. So.
It's just that you see him burn. They run off and just.
You hear suddenly where you heard noise?
Yeah.
You hear
There's no footprints on the water. Nothing. No splashes. Yes, but you are very short.
Who are you looking for? I don't know. She's about 4 feet tall. I know who you're looking for.
Plus, your voice is very distinct.
As you're running, sprinting down the street, someone sprints out in front of you, not noticing you're there. I need a dex save from you. D20 plus your dexterity. Nat 20. The guy almost slams into you. You stop and spin around him and don't touch him. No, he stops himself, looks up and goes, "I'm terribly sorry. Are you all right?" Sorry. "I'm terribly sorry, ma'am. Are you all right?" "Oh, I've been worse tougher than this, ma'am. What can I do for you?" "I'm sorry. But, I am in a hurry, but I always have time to help my people. Yes, I'm a servant of the people." "My name is, well, the name's not important, but I work for the marshalship." "Who is it now?" "Oh, and you looking for anyone in particular?" "And that would be any directions?" Kind of like his brain takes a moment to process and he goes, passes out a trace. "Oh, well, I apologize then." It's nice not knowing who someone is. Well, I must be going though. As fascinating as you are, my wife will kill me if I'm any later. Took you long enough to ask him. He turns and continues running. You keep running. Cool. Cabinet. You are heading home.
I missed something? I don't remember who that person is.
I was really hoping you would run into him. Cabinet. You're heading home. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm heading home. Yep.
Wow. You head out to your carriage and you begin flying in it. Oh, wait, you walk close enough. You walk. That's right.
I walk close enough.
Yeah. You get out and you start walking to your home. As you get there, you turn. Something. Give me a perception check.
All right. I don't. That is a 19.
Cool. You see a person running across the street with making no noise. Huh? Belle? Yeah, she's running, so the only thing it's doing is like she's not drawing attention. But you can't make a stealth check while you're running in an open street.
It's actually disadvantage on it. Passively, that would be a -5 to her roll. Possibly. But I don't know these things because I don't deal with such problems.
What gives you a -5 to your roll?
Not him.
The visibility would give you -2 perception.
Anyways, you see this person running, not making any noise. And the rain falls on her in bunches, but then falls off of her in a uniform fashion.
I'll do the honorable thing and cast Detect Thoughts.
Cool. Surface level thought. I believe. Does this require a check to read surface thoughts? Nope.
Yes. It DC 16.
Give me your check. Does she make the check or do you?
She makes the check.
I thought the check
kind of save is it, or is it a contested check?
A wisdom.
Because it is this the spell Detect Thought?
I believe so.
You just learn their thought.
Yeah, you just learn their thoughts.
There's the only wisdom saving throw is if you probe.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, what are they thinking?
What is her surface thought?
Left turn. Left after the third light. Turn at the right.
And I leave her alone.
Cool.
I too have things to do and places to be, and I am booking it. Well, no, not booking it. I need to get home.
You see this big, massive Capitol building towering before you. You walk inside, and you round the corner. Following your directions. And I need another dexterity saving throw. D20 plus.
She's just being everyone today, huh?
I mean, when you go to the marshalship, you run into people.
You walk around the corner as someone else does, and papers go everywhere. I'm fine, ma'am. I am so sorry. I didn't see you there. No, you know what, it is me. I have been in a complete mess today. I stayed up way too late. You can't. I don't know if you can do it that quickly. It's a lot of- You start rushing, and he's rushing to pick you up. I'm really sorry about this, ma'am. I'm. He's gonna wipe sweat out of his hair, out of his face, and like grabs the papers. I'm terribly sorry. I have to get to the Lord Deputy's office like now. So it's this way. You don't. Are you from around here? Oh well. He kind of looks down at his wrist, taps his foot, and goes, my name is Trey. I go by Trey. What's your name? He'll hold his hand out and shake it. Gimsbach? Like Lord First Deputy Hewlin von Gimsbach? Yeah, Mr. Gimsbach. He's my boss. Oh, come. He kind of looks you up and down. Right, yes, follow me. Mr. Gimsbach, are you busy? No, you're like constantly in the office doing paperwork.
That's what I have the monkey for. Until such time as I get what I need out of.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were talking to Priscilla. You said that's what you were doing while you were here, right?
Oh no, the friend.
Oh, Edward.
Yes. Edward and I are having some discussions.
Right. There's a lot of orange in this bag. Anyway.
All I want to know is everything.
Yeah.
That he
He's
doesn't
already
know.
told you everything he knows. As far as you can tell. Either that or he's just being tough to crack. Are you torturing him?
Of course. With a flesh snake. Well, with a shadow equivalent of a flesh snake. I obviously drank the flesh snake. So I got the flesh snake, drank it, and now I'm using it to torture Edward. Do I need to roll anything?
You've been torturing him for a while. No, you don't need to roll anything.
Okay.
He doesn't give you any new information.
Well, I've got time.
Yeah, you've taken a break and you're sitting in your office. Mr. Gemspot? Sir, Lord First Deputy?
Sure, Trey. Come on in.
Well, there's a... How do I... He does not let you push him aside. Like, I will need a grapple check to get him out of the way.
Turn into tree.
Trey does not screw around, my dude.
Nah.
Someone who says they're your sister?
Like an actual... Floryian, you can't... Is that... Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Is it an elf? The short... Don't... It's... Come on in.
Trey stepped out of the way.
I'm... 73. It's about a century ago now. It's been a while. Trey, this is not my actual sister. As far as like blood goes, it's more like an adopted sister.
I'm well aware of how the Gemspot plans work. She's an
Yeah,
honorary member. Yeah, I get
There's
it.
like there's half siblings. This isn't it. She's not a half minotaur. It's not just a look.
No, she's an Huel is what, 7 feet tall, 8 feet tall?
Good old times. I have it written as over 6 foot, but I can make that. It's gone.
I'm gonna go?
Yeah, it's a Gemsbach thing you wouldn't understand.
He closes the door.
And I'll just pull out a spare cigar and pass it up. You actually fit on my... Can you fit between my hands still? That's a really nice electric guitar, but I need to turn it down. Okay. You know, it's easier to have conversations if I can see it. Do you still smoke these days? Oh. 3 people. Wow, in the city of Seal, you ran into 3 people. That's a number. I've got people for that. As of like this last month. I'm a guy under someone who matters. His name's Lord Jeffrey. He kind of runs the place. It's a whole like cop division. There's a military and there's the cops. He runs the cops, and I work for him. So it makes me like almost someone important. It's back at you, but goodness, what brings you to a city? It's like, you know, there's nothing here that grows, right? Except for like that mushroom over there. Keeping up. I'm the moment sitting down. And there are other chairs in the office. And in the back corner, there is a monkey and a parrot sending emails.
That's the report! Over and out!
I don't... Can't they? Oh. Too good to be true. Yeah, that was a couple years ago. Oh. Well, I guess it had to happen sometime, eh? Is it just old age? All that fancy medicine and they can't fix age, can they? Is they having a funeral or is that already? Oh, I appreciate that. There are ways to get home quickly these days. Do vampires have heartbeats? Do vampires have heartbeats and like warm body temperature? Okay, cool. That'd really suck if they did. Just kind of sit there, just kind of staring. It's... You always know these days will come, living as long as you do. What?
Just in case anyone's confused, elves in my world are also immortal, so...
Wait, what? Oh, cool! I mean, the normal number's a big number too, but that looked like that. Carlian might just be a standard elf then? There was no reason. I don't know. Figure out how it says. But yeah, just well, this is gonna be fun. Well, there's no promises about not running into people, but there's plenty of things to see in a rainy city like this. Plants. They have plants. Technically. Yeah, we grow them in the like Tower 7B, I think. That's where they used to grow them. They might have torn it down by now. This is a part of the someone's important secretary. Yes.
Mr. Ginsbach.
This is he. State your location. What's the nature of your emergency?
No, this is Jeffrey.
Yes, Jeffrey. How can I help? Sorry, I mean, if I could tell if you would assumably know his voice. Yeah. Sir, what's wrong?
No, I'm just running, and no, I
Are
have
you
to
in
let you
danger
know.
or late?
I'm late again.
Do you need a car? Do you need a...
No, I need to run. Yeah.
It's like mouthing to her like,
Oh, this has been a busy day.
yes, sir?
Yeah, Mr. Goosebach, I'm just a little.
The volume on Daddy Moodbot increases till the sound of rain eclipses everything else.
Mr. Jeffrey? Wow, rain. I've never had a more helpful sound in finding somebody. I'm gonna listen, see if I can hear a train or
give me a perception check.
Something, and while I'm doing this, I'm gonna move over to a computer and start pulling up schedules of things that are
do you call Karen or Daniel into the room?
That'll be 19 plus a lot.
You hear a train, you hear some jazz
28.
music, and you hear the tinkling of a candy shop.
Perception's only plus 8, so that's only a 27.
Yeah, you hear a train. You hear some jazz music playing.
Does it seem like a band or just a instrument?
It's a band.
Okay.
And you hear tinkling of a candy shop. You also hear meowing of some cats and some cans get knocked over. You hear rain.
Lots of rain.
And then you hear it's the noise of a food factory releasing its spout of steam.
A what factory?
A food factory.
Oh.
Releasing its daily steam bout.
So, looking at the map, is there any area where these things intersect that from my time spent walking?
Train path, train path, like a lot of area to cover.
Yeah, there's obviously train.
Are you looking over it by yourself?
If there's not like an immediate, how prominent are food factories? Is there a food district?
There's usually a district, yeah.
Okay, so
there are one or two outliers, but most of them are in a district.
If I can pull up food district, if there's a train, and I don't know if there's a way to hot search, 1 second. And I'll shout for Karen and Daniel to get in here.
They open the door. Yes, sir.
Florian, you might want to... Yeah, there's chairs, better chairs over there. Just so she's not sitting like between other people.
They walk in, they look at,
You're
they
next
see
to me.
this person
Never
they're
mind.
just crying.
You,
they look
you
over
can
at
stay next to me. Sorry.
They look at him, and Daniel kind of does like this kind of look.
Don't worry. Focus.
Sir.
Problem, Lord Jeffrey. He seems to have collapsed while calling me. I have no idea what he's been doing today, but I heard food factory, candy store, train track, a food factory letting off steam at insert time here.
Daniel sits down, starts typing in numbers. Karen starts taking down notes.
And what else was it? Obviously rain, so it's outdoors, open alley, cats, and live jam. Was it live? Is there a way to tell? I don't know. There was jazz.
2070 was live.
There was jazz. There was the jazz band probably live.
Right now,
Any places that have those booked.
I need 3 investigation checks from you, Mr. Gimsbach.
Mr.
Oh, that one's not great. That one's also not great. This could be the one day we don't find our boss. Oh, you have my other deck. That is only a 20.
Cool. Daniel stands up and goes, food district, section 11, there's an open air venue at a bar. It hosts jazz. There's an alley in the back of it. It's infested by cats. It's a problem. They've called in several pest control people, but they've not been able to get rid of them. It's a 5-minute drive from here. We can go right now. I've got my keys. You're not coming, sir? He looks. Yes, sir. On my way out. He turns around and walks out. Cool.
Not muted. Muted.
Sorry. And the monkey runs after him. And quietly, it's a shadow monkey. I'm not trying to make a ruckus here.
Daniel takes off running.
Okay.
Karen kind of looks back and forth between you and turns around and leaves the room.
Thank you, Karen. And I think that's everything for that particular thing. Now I'll go back to Floryian and just... That's part of the job. There's this crisis management. I'm gonna call up the... One second, actually. Gonna call up the people who... If there's a district any closer, ask any local cops that area to look for Lord Marshal just in case. Because he might be in danger now and not in 5 minutes.
Cool. Yes, sir. They deploy immediately.
All right. Okay, I think that's handled. Which is a really awkward time to ask your boss for time off, but well, I guess we've got some time. Do you care to go for a carriage ride? There.
Muted, Jory.
I'll try to keep that to a minimum, but know that I'm kind of... And I kind of work, like, all the time, so... This whole, like... Anyone that was, like, right in here, those... Was it in self-defense? Did she start it? Did you get their name? The name of the person you helped. Was it a citizen? Was it a vampire?
Give me a perception check.
The 1d20 plus your perception skill, which is on your character.
It is a 5.
Like a 10. D4 plus your 2, which is 6, so 11.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, Ross.
She was wearing a white outfit with a hexagon insignia on the edge of it that was red patch on the left shoulder. That's a consulate outfit.
Okay, so that helps.
Also glowing eyes and like whatever.
Yeah, killing people's like you're not supposed to, you're not supposed to do that, right? Like you can't just do that. Oh, larger? Do you... Wait, is that new? What do you mean larger? Well, we're about to go for a ride anyway. Is it an outside thing or like a back at the... Do we have any like large room spec? Large, which is that up to 10 feet? Because it's large. I'm 6 foot and whatnot, still medium. It's a 5x5 or 10x10.
You go up to a size of like 11 feet tall.
How tall are the roofs in here?
Not that tall.
Yeah, something that's still like
So
standard-ish.
we pass away from you as you guys start to head outside to go for your ride. Annie, within 10 minutes, you've been contacted by a salesman who sold you a building, like a full building. Not a room on a building, not a couple of rooms on a building. It's this like 10-story building that got sold to you.
Hold up, 10 stories?
Yeah.
Does the guy, the assistant or whoever, Ackerman said would be getting in contact with me, is he the one telling me this?
Yeah.
Like, building.
It'll be a 10-story building. The down payment is 100,000 ducats. Yeah, and I believe the rest is taken care of by insurance.
Oh my gosh. For real?
I'm yes, this is quite real.
Ackerman, like Ackerman's not. I'm sorry, Commander Ackerman isn't like paying for any of that, right? Just me.
Oh no, of course not.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you to. Yeah, I wouldn't want him to think I'm not self-sufficient or anything. I just need help finding a place. But thank you. Oh my gosh, my employees are going to be so excited. Uh, where is it? What do I need
She
to
gives you
get
the assistant gives you the address and tells you when to be there.
Thank
There's a
you.
moment of Peter kind of like leaning out across the wall, looking down at the girl's paperwork, and it shows the price of the building at 10 million ducats. And Peter just kind of like his eyes just kind of raise a little bit and steps back into the veil next to Annie.
I want to turn. Is like Fabius like nearby?
Yeah.
Fabius, come here.
What's it, gal?
Okay, I have 100,000 ducats saved up.
Mm-hmm.
This building that they've found for us, 10 stories with a down payment of 100,000 ducats.
Well, gal, take it, girl. Let's do it.
Are you ready for this? It's going to be such an upgrade.
I'm ready, girl.
Thanks again, she says to the assistant. I'll let you go now.
Yes, ma'am. Anytime. Come on by and we'll get this all finalized. And then you hang up. And Peter steps up behind you. Wow, that seemed like quite the phone call.
She startles a little bit and looks at him. Oh my gosh, Peter. We're gonna have 10 stories.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Very impressive. It's like you're going to be very comfortable.
Comfortable. I'm thinking more of how many people I can house. Can you imagine? Floors of just... Oh, I guess it'd be kind of like an apartment complex. But then other parts of it would be restaurant. And, oh, there's so many stories. What could I do with the rest? This is more than I dreamed of.
That's wonderful, Annie, but I had to come tell you that I won't be able to see you for the next 2 or 3 days. Don't worry, it won't be long. I'll see you. I'll see you soon. I just wanted to let you know I needed to go. I know what I need to do now. I'll catch you later.
Well, whenever you come back, let me know how it goes, okay?
Yeah, we'll do. Give me an insight check, please, as Peter turns to walk away.
Um, 11.
Cool, yeah. Peter turns to walk away. Jackson, you're in your car. Yule is flying. In the windshield, you see Mike look up and look out the window like something caught his attention and he turns to look.
I can't actually make sound effects because it'd be real loud, but I'll, make it whenever possible, make a U-turn and go look and see if I see anything.
He kind of looks back at you and says, Do you feel that, friend?
Do I?
There's a tremendous amount of power probing in the world right now. your eye begins to throb, not in beat with your heart, but in beat with some unseen drum.
Hey, hey Florian, I reckon you can take care of yourself, but I think there's something this way that caught my eye, and not. You need to take a quick detour. We were gonna go sightseeing, but now we're going differently sightseeing. So, I think there's a good food place down this way if we go far enough. So, don't know where you put it. You got like a hollow leg or something? Eat like it. Well, say eat like a cow, but a little too applicable. Do a caps spot, eat like a cow. Is it just a healthy appetite? Sorry, Jackson's dying. Heal's not this bad. For him, it's a normal phrase. I just realized.
I'm crying, Jackson.
We cut across. I need you to make an Arcana check. Garrett, I need you to make an Arcana check. Siren, I need you to make an Arcana check. All of you. I need everyone to make an Arcana check.
Even me, who's got nothing to do with magic?
Oh, no, not you.
Okay.
Freaking 16, boy.
You feel some kind of rhythm.
Whopping 8.
Coursing through the land.
26.
A whopping 6.
No, 26.
Wasn't talking to you.
Okay.
Dabbing it, you feel some kind of rhythm, and you know some powerful spell is being cast.
Does it remind me of the courtyard?
It's, in a way, a little. There's an element of it that's similar.
Does it remind me of the riots?
Does it remind? Yes, there's an element of it that's similar, Siren.
Does it remind me of my other characters?
You haven't heard this.
Can I look for its source? Can I tell its source?
Do I
no,
feel a point of origin? Do I feel a
On a
point of
26, you feel something to your west. Selthor, you feel some rhythm coursing through you of magic, and it feels similar. You remember the riots, don't you? Yeah. It feels similar to the day that there's some element of it that's similar to that magic you felt that day. As the camera cuts away, you see. Hold up. I don't know what song to play here. I do. As you all feel that rhythm, we find Peter kneeling, magic gathering in his hand. A blade begins to form, coalescing of pure magic in front of him. The rain is not falling on him. The rain around him is slowly, in fact, stopping and pooling into water bits, and they begin to shape into magic wheels spinning around him. He stares down at the magic that's condensing, steels his resolve as Mike stares out across the land. Peter drives the knife into his belly, and the magic courses through him. His flesh begins to burn and rot and fade. As the wind blows and the magic stops and the rain resumes, Peter's body becomes ash. A young, non-distinct person wakes up in the alleyway. Looks down. And Peter asks, "Who am I?" As a human stands up and looks around. And I think that's where I'm going to end it tonight.
What? Wait. What? Why? What?
I see many of you are confused. Jackson seems satisfied, though.
He was guilty, so he did the honorable thing and killed himself. Unfortunately, he
I don't
he
feel
did
like
Guilty of what? What?
guilty of being an awful creature, let alone a human being.
And murder,
Peter?
nonetheless.
Hold up.
He was
hold up.
last episode he was
That's a
going
minor
on about how he
subject.
felt guilt, and he finally found out why his brain has been tormenting him and driving him insane. He felt guilty for something,
This
and
is
he
Peter,
found a way
right?
to fix it.
Yeah.
Yes. For the first time in his life, a creature of unimaginable power has felt guilty for all the things they've done throughout their history, their endless, infinite history of awfulness. And now they realize morality for a change, and that's enough to break about anyone. So, he did what makes sense. He just, hey, Mike did it,
What if I?
and I could have kept him alive. I'll just not turn myself into... If you just don't fight the process and you do kill yourself with the power that you have, they get reborn as they can be sent and to be reborn as a human. It's a thing he knows how to do. He's done it before, and it's easier.
What?
He turned himself into a human. That's what he was going
According
to do
to
Mike.
what lore? Wait, is this like D&D
This is what he
lore?
threatened to do to Mike.
Yeah, this is what he wanted to do to Mike.
This is
But
homebrew
Mike
lore.
took control of the spell, and
Because
there's a
yeah,
flashback.
he's a knowledge man.
There is a flashback to the night that Peter turned on Mike. And Mike grabs onto the magic and says, "I am the master of magic. You do nothing to me that I knew not once done." And bends Peter's spell to serve his own purposes, but then he realized as he's messing with the spell that the spell was not meant to kill him, but instead to rebirth Mike as a human. And Mike, in the messing with it, his soul is shot across land and lands in the middle of a courtyard where a bunch of blood starts coalescing around him, and he fires into a young Tulin von Gimsbach's eye. And Peter looks up at the stars with a fresh start and a clean slate.
And a clear conscience, thank goodness.
But yes,
He got his happy ending. All he had to do was die.
All they had to do was die. That's a Hamilton thing, but I don't remember the rest of the song.
So, Sabriel and Liza recruited the entire of our squad to join the games.
Yes.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
As the camera fades out and the credits have done rolling, there's a scene of a tube in which purple hair is out in all directions, and you see Sarah wired with tube going through her body. You can tell Craig bleed.
Oh, that's not a.
Not everything's a happy ending.
There's the command.
Nothing is a happy ending for Devin.